online and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
I am seeking the Republican Party's nomination to be your candidate for the United States Senator from North Dakota.
An apparent change of heart for Kevin Cramer means he's in the race for one of North Dakota's 2 U.S. Senate seats.
In January, Cramer said he wasn't going to challenge incumbent Senator Heidi Heitkamp. Reports surfaced that came from pressure from the party, prompting him to reconsider. Heitkamp won by a slim margin in 2012, and insiders felt that Cramer gave the GOP the best chance to pick up a Senate seat. Well, late this afternoon, Kevin Cramer said he was giving up his spot in the U.S. House to take on Heitkamp.
What I feared more than anything from the people in Washington was that they weren't going to be supportive of another candidate in the Senate, and that our candidate would be left out to dry. And I just felt obligated at that point.
In response, Senator Heidi Heitkamp issued a statement saying in part that today's announcement doesn't change much for me. I go to work every day in the U.S. Senate fighting for North Dakota and rural America, and those goals will not waver.
Cramer's announcement prompted another, this one from Tom Campbell, who up until today was also running to unseat Heitkamp. The Republican now says he will run for the U.S. House seat that will be vacated by Kevin Cramer. Campbell was in Bismarck today to witness Cramer's big news. He immediately announced his support for Cramer and then talked with Chris Berg about the support he's been getting on the campaign trail.
Got almost 50 legislators that are supporting me, and hundreds of delegates that I've been speaking at almost over 1/3 of the conventions. So right in the middle of that, and the support's been just phenomenal. So that kind of fires me up of saying, hey, you know what? I can make a difference, and I will make a difference. So turn me loose, and I'm going to the Hill come November.
Campbell is a current member of the North Dakota Senate. He is a farmer from Grafton, North Dakota.
Fire and smoke caused significant damage to a mobile home in Moorhead this evening. Fire crews got the call around 7:30 that heavy smoke was coming from the home in the 100 block of Mayfair Drive. They found a small structure fire and got it out within the half hour. No cause yet on how it started or whether there were any injuries.
After a quiet day, we're looking ahead to the weekend, wondering if we'll still see relatively warm temperatures. Let's go to Hutch for more on that.
Thanks so much. As we head through the evening hours tonight, we're finally seeing some of those gusty winds taper off, and that is a good sign. And actually, they're still from the south. That also a good sign for a mild start to our weekend. We do have a few clouds, and the radar is showing a couple of flakes drifting out of the sky. As those shift to the south and the east during the overnight, things look to be quiet for the beginning of our weekend. Temperatures, by the way, by the morning, we'll slip into the teens for almost everyone, a few single digits up to the north. So a cool start to the weekend, but Saturday, the nicer and more tranquil of the 2 days. Sunday, ominous sight. It looks like we'll see some significant and measurable snow make its way through the valley. It will impact some of your travel plans. Although we're not expecting blizzard-like conditions, some could see several inches. I'll have hour-by-hour details on where and when that hits coming up here in just a few moments.
All right, thank you, Hutch.
You bet.
And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free.
A trio of high-risk sex offender notifications are going out in the valley. Richard Haugen is now living at 1122 2nd Avenue South, apartment 8 in Fargo. Haugen was convicted of sex crimes against a 10-year-old girl he knew in 2016. Michael Jans was convicted of gross sexual imposition on 3 14-year-old girls and sexual assault of a 15-year-old girl. He's now living at 734 College Street North in Fargo. And lastly, this for Barnes County residents, Sawyer Suko is working at 2346 96th Avenue Southeast in Wimbledon, North Dakota. In 2012, when Suko was age 18, he gave alcohol to a 13-year-old female. When the female was intoxicated, he had sex with her. All 3 of these men are not wanted by law enforcement at this time and have served their sentences imposed by the court.
It's Friday and time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Fargo police say 35-year-old Aaron Baugh is wanted for terrorizing. We have his picture up on your screen right now. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information.
Days after another school shooting, many people are still wondering what we can do better, try to notice mental health signs and red flags before the next tragedy. West Fargo Public Schools tells us their Intel effort goes beyond the classroom and into the community. The school has someone from the West Fargo PD, known as a school resource officer, right there in the building, and networks with other groups to assess threats and provide tips to other schools.
We really try to get kind of that full-scale picture. It gives us a sense of what services that student might need, what support they might need.
Fremstead says that she and other principals in the eastern part of the state meet once a quarter to discuss trends and social media changes. There's also the Cass Clay Unified Response Team sharing info between administrators, school resource officers, and local law enforcement.
Dog owners beware. Traces of pentobarbital, a drug typically used to euthanize animals, is being found in common dog food brands like Gravy Train. So what exactly does that mean? Well, animals such as horses or cows that were humanely euthanized are now accidentally back in the food chain. But veterinarian Dr. Kevin Dill says not to worry too much if your dog has already eaten this kind of food, but he says to steer clear of it until everything is figured out.
Make sure that those pets are having normal organ function that can filter and clean out the blood. Because once that food's eliminated and that medicine is eliminated, then there should be no long-lasting effects.
Through our research, we found the affected brands, such as Gravy Train, have not been officially recalled.
Shields Arena was packed with thousands of people tonight ready to root for the home team, but Fargo Force players weren't the only ones gaining applause. Fans cheered and chanted for 10-year-old Brody, the mastermind behind the team's new jersey design. The jerseys with his design on it are being auctioned off to raise money for Sanford's Children's Hospital, a place where he once spent a lot of time. When he was just 22 months old, Brody was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Now he's cancer-free and giving back.
Brody came to mind as he is a pretty amazing kid, and he put a lot of great detail into the jersey, and it really was beyond our expectations. He's just a great role model for other kids.
I'm pretty proud that he wanted to be a part of this and give back a little bit to the place that helped him so much.
You can find out more about Brody's journey and jersey on our website, valleynewslive.com.
Some students are finding success when they step away from a public school and learn their lessons online instead. That's later on Valley News Live at 10.
But first, how to know when you're safe to return to work after you've had the flu.